Hi, it's Alicia here with Talk Tirs. What's Tirs? Tirzepatide. In this episode, however, I'm going to go ahead and talk about Optavia. If you're not familiar with Optavia, it is an exceptional program for meeting your health and nutrition goals. It would be a disservice if I didn't talk about Optavia because it does work well with Tirzepatide. I'm actually still incorporating the Fuelings that I have that are a part of the Optavia plan. So I want to give you a bit of information on Optavia. I am working off some notes here just so I can make sure and get the bullet points. So let's go ahead and talk about Optavia, the good, the bad, the in between. First of all, if you do want to dive into Optavia and you would like to have a real deal conversation with regards to Optavia, I know a girl. Her name is Shelly. She is my Optavia health coach. I've been working with Shelly on Optavia for a couple of years, although I've known Shelly for about 5 years. So she is an exceptional coach. Anytime you sign up with Optavia, you're immediately aligned with a health coach, which is pretty awesome. This is a real person, by the way, that reaches out to you as often as you need, is there for you to provide tips, tricks, to maybe even help you off the ledge when it comes to sneaking cookies. The Optavia coach is just a part of the plan. And if you reach out to your coach and you have a good relationship with your coach, you're going to find a lot more success. So if you want to meet Shelly, let me know. Leave a comment, send me an email, and I'll go ahead and provide you that information. I do want to say that if your coach is not reaching out to you at least once a week on Optavia, you might need a new coach. If the vibe between you and your coach isn't great, it's okay. Get a new coach. The coach, the person that is there to guide you through this, is an instrumental tool. So you want to make sure you align well with your coach and that you have somebody that is reaching out to you. So, Optavia, when you get your first order, you pre-select the fuelings that you want, and your first order is going to be this huge box that lands on your doorstep. It's going to have boxes within boxes of various fuelings. Each box of fuelings includes 7 servings. So it's all very dependent on the plan that you're on when it comes to Optavia. There are numerous plans. So just go to their Optavia website and you'll learn more. I'll go ahead and leave the link to the website in the comments or in the description of this video. So depending on which kit you order, you might see active supplements such as whey protein or essential amino acids, which are meant for muscle maintenance, which is interesting because that's very similar to what you experience with Tirzepatide. Muscle loss can occur on Optavia in addition to Tirzepatide. So you kind of want to build in your proteins and really work on your muscle mass. Ascend products. This is a new thing with Optavia that I am not familiar with at all. But again, I know a girl if you want some information. It's called Ascend products. So ASCEND. Now, this is new and it apparently works very well using GLP-1s or the Tirzepatide. So Optavia, the company has learned that people are using Tirzepatide, they are using GLP-1s, and they want to see how can we help that community. So your first box is going to include all of your fuelings that you've ordered. In addition, you'll receive your life book. You'll also receive the 5-in-1 fueling journal, depending if you're going to go with the 5-in-1 plan or there's other various plans. And you'll also receive Dr. A's Habits of Health. Dr. A is actually Dr. Wayne Scott Anderson, and he is the founder of Optavia. The Dr. A's Habits of Health is an exceptional book. It is not small. It is huge. It is a very big book to read, but it's one of those books that you kind of keep coming back to time and time again. And the book really kind of shifts that internal responsibility of your weight issues off of your shoulders. It reminds you that this isn't actually your fault. Your overweight isn't necessarily your fault. A lot of people might disagree with that. And of course, you do have some responsibility in that. But the world has changed. So being overweight is not just a you problem, not just a me problem. It's a problem for everybody around you. It's a problem for the entire globe. Serving size have increased, greasy foods have increased. Uh, Buy five, get five is always the plan. So we often have overconsumption going on. And it's a marketing thing. It's always been this push for food, bigger product, more for your money, buy five, get five. It's a marketing ploy that essentially will make you fat. So the book, Dr. A's Habits of Health, is a really great book to turn to really go through and dissect things that you can do differently. I'm not even talking about the book that much because there's just so much that goes into it. So you can actually get Dr. A's Habits of Health without being on the Optavia plan, just so you know. Um, You'll also receive a life book, which is equivalent to the size of Dr. A's Habits of Health book. The life book is very cool in that you actually use the book to kind of document your journey, and it helps you really dissect why are you reaching for this? Why do you feel the need to eat at this time? What's causing you to have these consumption issues? What's causing you to not get up and exercise? What's causing you to not think well mentally? And the life book is really cool. It's almost like a health diary, and it asks you a lot of questions. You document a lot of stuff. I've enjoyed going back through my workbook and really seeing how far I've come. I've been on Optavia on and off for 2 years now. It's a very expensive plan, at least it's a little too expensive for my blood. So I've actually utilized Marketplace to get a lot of my fuelings at a much more reasonable cost. My Optavia coach also recently provided me with a Renpho scale. I think it's pronounced Renpho. It is. I'll put a link to that in the description as well. The Renpho scale is just a really sweet scale. I love being able to weigh myself. It's almost addicting. I do weigh myself almost every day. More so just because I'm interested in the numbers and I like to see what's changed in 24 hours based on my habits, because I do notice significant change based on my habits from the day before. So your coach is so much more than a person to talk to. Your coach will provide you with tools that you will need to be successful in your Optavia plan. Your coach will also ensure that you have the fuelings that you actually want. So let's say you purchase a box of fuelings, you try one, you don't like it. There's no way for you to hack it to make it taste better. So you reach out to your coach and you let them know, and they will swap it out. Or let's say you want to try a fueling before you make the bigger purchase. Your coach is responsible for ensuring you have those opportunities. So your life coach is so much, or your Optavia coach is so much more than a person to talk to. They are a valuable resource when it comes to your health and wellness. And I am very grateful for all of the time and attention that I have received from Shelly. So I'm more than happy to share my coach with each and every one of you. I keep talking about fuelings, so you might be asking yourself, what is she talking about? Fuelings are food. Fuelings are portion controlled, nutrient dense meals designed to be low carb, calorie controlled, and high in protein, which is why they work very well with tirzepatide. They are the core of the program, especially for the optimal weight 5-in-1 plan. Every fueling is going to feature a nearly identical nutritional profile. So every different fueling you get is going to have traditionally the same profile, 100 to 110 calories per serving, allowing them to be easily swapped throughout the day. They also include the following ingredients: protein and fiber, high quality, complete protein, and a good source of fiber to keep you feeling full. They typically use whey protein concentrate and soy protein isolate. So if you are allergic to soy products, this might not work for you, but definitely reach out to your coach and see how you can pivot. The fuelings also provide vitamins and minerals. So every fueling is fortified with over 24 essential vitamins and minerals, including 50% of the daily value for vitamin D, meaning you don't have to take an extra supplement when you're on this program. They also include probiotics. It contains BC30 probiotic cultures to support digestive health, which is very helpful when it comes to, let's say, if you have diarrhea symptoms or the constipation that some people experience on tirzepatide. They also include natural sweeteners, so they do taste pretty decent. And the more Fuelings you eat, the more you get acclimated to it and you start to almost get addicted to it. I do want to say there are a lot of different people on YouTube that have channels that are specifically for hacking their Fuelings. For example, here's one Fueling. We'll go with this one, the chocolate fudge pudding mix. You might not always want chocolate fudge pudding mix, but there are Optavia Fueling hackers out there on YouTube that can give you some really awesome ideas on how to make your Fuelings a little bit more versatile. So the types of Fuelings, you have things like bars, so peanut butter, chocolate, fruit crisp varieties. This one is actually one of my favorites, the lemon tart crisp bar. One of my favorites. It tastes so good. They also have cookie dough bar. They also have like these little granola bars. So there's probably 6 or 7 different types of bars, and those are kind of my go-to. I like to throw those in my purse, have them in my car. The moment I'm starting to feel like, oh, it's been a few hours since I've eaten, I can grab a bar and I'm off and running. I've said this before in another video, but after I eat a Fueling, I literally feel like a hummingbird. I just kind of keep going throughout the day. They have shakes and smoothies. So I enjoy the mocha and chocolate and coffee flavored shakes in coffee. So I mix that with my coffee in the morning and ice, and I blend it all up. And again, it's some kind of mocha frappa, whatever, and it is so good. And I feel great. I'm immediately getting good products in my body. They also have apple and cinnamon spiced oatmeal. So there's a couple of varieties of oatmeal. Taste so very good. They have sweet blueberry biscuit mix. They have a couple of different types of cereal. Again, one of my favorites. They also have cheesy buttermilk cheddar mac. People in the office say this one smells terrible, but I like the flavor. It's okay. Another one of my favorites, the cinnamon sugar sticks. Yummy. And in the morning, I sometimes enjoy the home style chicken noodle soup. And so this is just a very small variety of what they have to offer. They have over 60 different options for you to choose from online. Different dessert styles, breakfast styles, crunchers, sticks, you name it, and different hearty soups. So again, if you get kind of bored of your Fuelings, you can go online and learn new ways to hack your Fueling, which is kind of cool. So one of the reasons I wanted to mention Optavia is because it was a game changer for me. I have traditionally always stuck with diet and exercise and just really worked hard to try to lose weight and get fit. And as you can probably see, I'm not 100% successful. I'm definitely not where I want to be, but I have gone from a very high weight, eventually I'll share that with you, down to what we call Wonderland. Wonderland is when you get under 200 pounds. And it's every chubby girl's dream to be in Wonderland. And if it wasn't for Optavia, I'm not too sure I ever would have made it to Wonderland. Within the first week on Optavia, I probably lost 6-8 pounds. The week after that, 5 pounds. The third week, maybe 3 pounds. So I had a pretty significant weight loss the first 3 weeks. As I've explained before, after 3 weeks, I get a little bored and I start to putter out. And you eat 5 Fuelings a day, 5 of these different types of Fuelings per day. And at the end of the day, or you can have it earlier in the day, you have what they call the lean and green meal. So this is another small meal where it is protein based and vegetables on the outside of that protein based. One of the reasons I was not successful fully 100% on board with Optavia is because they do recommend that you eliminate fruit from your diet temporarily, at least until you get to your goal weight. And as soon as summer season hit, this California girl was craving peaches, apricots, cherries, you name it, watermelon, all of these high carb, delicious fruits, which are good for you. So I do have difficulty staying on a plan that tells me not to eat something healthy, but it still works. The Optavia plan keeps you at about 1,400 to 1,200 calories a day, sometimes even less than that, which is also a complaint from a lot of people, is getting under 1,200 calories is probably not very fun, and not very healthy. At least it wasn't very fun, and it didn't feel very healthy for me. So I was always getting around 1,400 calories, sometimes 1,200 calories, and I did really well for the first 3 weeks, and then I started to putter out. But I still use the Optavia Fuelings to get me through it. Sometimes I am struggling to figure out a healthy thing to eat, and I just need to eat something right away. I just need to get something in my system so I can move on with my very busy day. And so the Fuelings are perfect for that. Again, you don't have to go and purchase your Optavia Fuelings through an Optavia coach. I did go to Marketplace, and I actually felt comfortable doing that. I'm not going to sit here and say you should go run out and do that. I think you need to do what is safest for you. But I have sold Fuelings before that I no longer desired or didn't like. For example, they had pretzel Fuelings. I never got on board with that. So I recently sold those on Marketplace, and they were sold within a day. Somebody was nabbed them up immediately. So they're very popular on the Marketplace, and it is because people are using them in different ways. So you can go all in when it comes to Optavia, and you can be very successful if you go all in. Or you can dabble and use the Fuelings that for however it meets your needs. So today's video, we pivoted from Tirzepatide talking Tirs to talking Optavia, but it's a really good thing to couple together. So thank you so much for your time. And if you have any questions, I would be more than happy to answer your questions. Just leave me a comment or send me an email. Thank you. Bye.